This is Groundeffected. My name is your dad. Welcome to the channel where we embrace chaos and tight deadlines just like your mum. Today we're diving headfirst into a time warp with the Anycubic m5s Pro and CA3D Studios in some fast resin to create magic in less than 12 hours. My name is actually Brent, and I post weekly YouTube videos about my 3D printing and painting escapades. Last week, Anycubic sent me their newest bad boy resin printer and asked me if I would make a video. I don't want to make a review video, that is because Faux Hammer has already got you covered on that. I am just here to show you how to print and paint a quarter scale statue faster than it takes to decide what to watch on Netflix. Now, before we begin our time-bending journey, let's talk printer specs. This bad boy can print up to the size of your mum. Well, maybe not your full mum, but at least 200 by 223 by 126 millimeters, which is pretty damn impressive for a machine that sits quietly in the corner of my desktop. With the resolution that is so sharp, you could cut your expectations on it. Nah, just kidding, but seriously, it's precise enough to capture every glorious detail of your creations without breaking a digital sweat. Now, brace yourselves. I printed a quarter scale statue in just 5.5 hours. I know. Usually this kind of thing takes longer than waiting for the next season of your favorite show. But with the power of fast resin and a handy dandy heater, we're basically bending time like an overcooked spaghetti noodle. A little bit more information about this printer, however, I can definitely say that the resolution on this printer, of the XY resolution, should I say, is 16.8 by 24.8 microns. Essentially, this means 24 microns is the lowest you can print. I don't know, Faux Hammer has some really in-depth detail videos about this specific thing. Never mind that this machine comes with its own heater, which also apparently doubles up as an air purifier as well, but the heating is what I'm more interested in. They have obviously made their light array a little bit better. It's apparently 85% better than previous versions, which I think is a good thing. But wait, there is actually more, because after the print job from the future, I had less than 6 hours left to slap on some color onto this model if we want to beat the 12-hour time limit. And let me tell you, I didn't just paint. I performed an artistic symphony with the grace of a caffeinated squirrel on roller skates. And now, full disclosure, I had to ignore some very tiny imperfections along the way. In order to print as fast as this, you have to print at 0.1mm layer height, which is still smaller than FDM, but definitely shows the layer lines a little bit more. Meaning, I had to choose between sanding and painting, but very carefully. Because with a challenge like this, who even has time for perfection when we're racing against the clock like a hamster in a wheel trying to escape its existential crisis? Cut to host shrugging dramatically. But hey, imperfections add character, right? That's what I keep telling myself every time I look in the mirror. So in keeping with the theme of doing things faster than your dad does your mother, I think that I'm not going to actually do the entire painting process in this particular video. However, I will put that full painting process over on my Patreon. That is a place where you can support me as a creator. If you enjoy the videos that you watch that I make every single week, then I would gladly appreciate you to check out my Patreon and see if you are able to support me over there. There are other ways to support the channel, however, and that is very specifically to like this video, leave some words in the little square box down below, and share this video with your grand, because I'm pretty sure she will enjoy this as much as the box of prunes you got her last week. We are already about 10 hours into this complete build and print and paint and whatever you want to call it at this point, and all I have left to do is paint her face. Realistically, I don't know how long this takes, people, but I managed to get this lady's face done, painted, and give her some makeup. I even painted a little red bow to make sure that this model was done in time. And that's pretty much where I called this model done. usual step-by-step video will be available for my Patreons as exclusive content. And speaking of patrons, I would like to thank them for their support right meow. Well, if you stuck around until the end, congratulations. You have witnessed the whirlwind of chaos, creativity, and the questionable decision-making that went into printing and painting a full quarter-scale statue in under 12 hours. And all thanks to the trusty Anycubic m5s Pro and CA3D Studios for their glorious statue. There are links for both of these in the description. By the way, please do check them out when you're done watching this video. So, if you didn't like anything you saw in this video, then you can kindly, with the mischievous twinkle, go forth and find enlightenment elsewhere. But for the rest of you dingles and dongles, keep pushing those boundaries, keep creating, and remember the only limit is your imagination, and perhaps the size of your 3D printer. End screen. Subscribe, like, share, and a subtle reminder of the tagline. If you didn't like anything you saw in this video, then you can kindly f*** off. Also, remember, if you want a real review of this 3D printer, check out Fohammer's channel. He's got you covered. Probably.